Hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 89. We're glad to have you with us. Hot hatchbacks have long been a source of fascination for us here at MotorWeek. It started with VW's GTI, and then a lot of other manufacturers got in on the act. Mitsubishi with their Mirage Turbo, Acura with their Integra, Toyota with their FX16, and so on. Now Mitsubishi is trying to up the ante with an all-new Mirage hot hatchback. Like others in the class, the reborn Mirage gets 16 valves in addition to its turbo. Together, that means a 29% increase in power, and that means a very hot hatchback indeed. If you've been following our long-term road tests, you already know that this new Super Mirage looks as hot as it sounds. From its bright red color to its Boy Racer Aero package, our Mirage leaves no doubt that it's not a sedate little grocery getter. This is more than just new metal and plastic on an old car, however. The all-new 89 Mirage bears no resemblance to the chunky car that it replaces. The smooth, rounded nose is good-looking and aggressive, especially with the turbo's deep chin spoiler. The tall roof extends straight back, almost to the rear bumper. This could have been a styling disaster, but a careful rounding of corners and generous areas of flush-mounted glass result in a look both aerodynamic and practical. The tail continues this theme with a body-colored spoiler on the roof and a standard rear wiper to deal with the extra spray that Mirage Turbo drivers are sure to kick up. It all rides on a set of high-performance Yokohamas mounted on 14-inch alloy wheels that, well, we can only call unique. Outside, the Mirage is obviously bigger, but it's not until you get inside that you realize how much bigger. The cramped Econobox interior of last year has been replaced by a spacious, almost sedan-like living space. The dash is clean and functional. Mitsubishi suppressed its usual propensity for gadgets, including only those controls that are truly necessary. A bit more in the gauge department would have been helpful, however. The huge speedo and tach are easy to read, but the fuel and temperature gauges are lost in the tach face. And every high-performance car deserves an oil pressure gauge. Heat and ventilation controls, on the other hand, are exemplary, consisting of 4 well-marked rotary switches, a welcome change from the mass of buttons that many manufacturers present us with. The optional AM/FM cassette stereo has logical, well-marked controls. Unfortunately, its low mounting position negates much of their usefulness. Seating, while far from pretty, is very comfortable. Supportive, well-padded buckets hold you tightly during serious driving. Controls are basic but efficient. A tilting and telescoping wheel is standard. It contributes to a good driving position, but the telescope control is poorly located and difficult to use. Rear seat room is greatly increased over last year. Adults can now sit upright. Head and shoulder room beats most competitors, and even leg room is respectable. A split folding seatback is standard and provides easy access to the cargo area. Overall cargo space is decent for a small hatchback. Liftover is low, though the loading gate is a bit narrow thanks to the large taillights. Cargo, however, isn't what this car is about. It's about driving. To that end, the 1.6-liter four-cylinder boasts both turbo and 16 valves to make 135 horsepower and 141 pound-feet of torque. Dual overhead cams are also part of the package, making the Mirage Turbo one of the most powerful cars in the hot hatchback class. This allows it to sprint from 0 to 60 in only 7.9 seconds. The quarter mile ends in 16.2 seconds at 86 miles per hour. Quick as this is, power runs out fast at the bottom end. The 5-speed manual transmission's gear ratios are so well matched to the engine's power band, however, that you're never left waiting for the turbo to pull you up to speed. Only a mushy clutch prevents the more precise shift work necessary to cut our acceleration times even more. Lack of feel also plagues the car's otherwise excellent handling. Front plow is moderate, and the tail swings around gently to precisely point the car into a turn. But the power steering has too much boost and rarely lets you know what's going on. Grip is superb, however. The Mirage holds the road as well as anything in its class and beats most of them. That grip is comforting during emergency maneuvers. You know the car will hold on even if you can't feel it. Braking is accomplished by disc on all four wheels, which brings the Mirage Turbo down from 60 miles per hour in an average of 127 feet. When it was brand new, our test car suffered some initial lockup, but that disappeared after a short break-in period and didn't return. At that point, it was all straight, stable stops with easy control. Out on the highway, our Mirage exhibits a comfortable ride and good interior sound level of 68 decibels. Gas mileage is rated by the EPA at 23 city, 29 highway. We got no less than 31 miles per gallon on our initial economy loop, a feat it has matched on our long-term test. The price is also fairly high, though not a total budget killer. Our Mirage Turbo starts at $11,619 and comes to $12,877 with options. By comparison, the Volkswagen GTI that started the hot hatchback craze costs thousands more. It's not as quick as the Mirage, but offers better handling. Hits start with the handsome and unique styling. That's followed by the spacious, comfortable interior, superb acceleration, and excellent braking. Finally, there is the handling, with reservations. Our reservations are a lack of road feel in the steering, a problem that plagues many Japanese performance cars. The rest of our misses are minor details, such as incomplete gauges, an inconvenient telescoping wheel control, and low stereo location. That lack of major problems is pretty impressive for a brand new design and points to a bright future for this snappy little fire breather. With the introduction of the Mirage Turbo, Mitsubishi is redefining what a Japanese hot hatchback is supposed to be, performance to match the flash. And if Mitsubishi has its way, it looks like hatchbacks will keep getting hotter in the years to come.